And you bring up an excellent point about the rookies on this team, right? You got 3 guys at 3 physical different positions, 3 different skill sets, but they all bring versatility. And Tony, I'm going to start with you on Sarr alone.
Yeah.
Second overall pick, first round up in Brooklyn. He had the double-breasted suit on. We felt good. He looked good, feel good, play good. Yeah. But you're looking at a guy who left home at 14 years old to play professional basketball, played all over the country, all over the world, NBL down in Australia. He had overtime down in Atlanta. So he's been across the pond and back and forth quite a few times. But defense, another thing that you call your hallmark, same thing for him as well.
It is, and it's going to be very important. When you're a 7-foot guy, particularly a rookie, it's important that you embrace the defensive side of the basketball because a lot of times when you've got guys like you got a Kyle Kuzma on your team, you got a Jordan Poole, okay, well, somebody has got to defend the rim. Yeah. Somebody's got to take defense seriously because in this league, everybody can score. Yeah. That's one of the things that I had to learn as a rookie. I came in thinking that, okay, I'm going to be able to get buckets like everybody else is getting. Nah, not so quick. Not so fast there, young fella. Yeah. You need to focus on the defensive side of the basketball and the rebounding side. And this is something that I think Sarr can really help. And let's not forget one of his best intangibles of his game is his ability to block shots.
Oh, my gosh.
That's another area where the Wizards will have a significant upgrade now when you talk about a guy like him. Potentially, when the Wizards want to go big, putting him alongside Valanciunas, think about the size you'll have on your front line now.
Tony, you talk about height, and Chase, you can see that you've seen it for yourself as well. When Alex Sarr jumps to block or to shoot, but especially to your point about shot blocking, you can almost, from wherever you're sitting in the arena, see his elbow above the rim going for that shot block.
He's 7 feet, and he's got a 7'4" wingspan, and he can move his feet, and he has the instincts to match, the timing around the rim. And I think that's going to have a profound impact on this defense. Last year, the Wizards gave up the most points and the highest shooting percentage at the rim. All right? I think Alex Sarr could bring those numbers, both of them, down considerably. And I would point to 3 recent examples in the NBA. Victor Wembanyama, Chet Holmgren, and Evan Mobley Jr. All 3 of those guys helped their teams improve their rim protection. And you saw a big difference in the team's overall defensive performance. All 3 of them helped their teams as rookie make a leap that was about a third of the league in defensive efficiency. So last year the Wizards were 28th in defense. If Sarr can lead them to making a similar jump, that would get them into the top 20s. If they have like the 18th or 19th best defense this year, I guarantee that will be a huge selling point at end-of-season press conferences for Brian Keefe, Will Dawkins, because they want to set a defensive foundation, and now they have the pieces to do it.
Tony, how often is it that you get back-to-back draft picks from France that both have a defensive predisposition? One's just a little bit shorter than the other one. But looking at Alex Sarr, kind of taking a note from Bilal's page last year. Yeah. If you come in and start strong at defense, the offense is going to work its way into the equation.
Well, the one thing that's common with these two is, first of all, they both started playing professionally very young. True. So when you're around grown men, they're going to teach you the fundamentals of the game, and you're going to start to understand that there are certain things you have to do on a nightly basis. Defending is one of those things. And when you're young, it's easier to mold that young mind into thinking, like, listen, it's not always about scoring points. If you're going to be out here, particularly when you're playing with guys that are older than you, you have to be a solid defender, and you have to commit to that side of the basketball. So when you look at the Washington Wizards now, as you said, 2 Frenchmen, both who are excellent on the defensive side of the basketball. And that's going to go a long way as far as the team's culture, because I think this is a team that understands that, like, listen, we weren't very good last year defensively. Weren't very good rebounding-wise either. And when you look at the fact that now you've got the bodies, as Chase was talking about, you've got bodies that can defend the paint, that can rebound and do the things that it takes to win basketball games, because as I just said, it's not always about your ability to score.
Right. But you know what's interesting, too? You talk about something, Chase, and you mentioned it earlier about the versatility of different rotations that you could possibly have with a Sarr, Valanciunas, even a Bagley, a Kuz. Like, there are so many options that Brian Keefe has at his disposal now.
Well, just look at the guard position. You know, they want to play without a primary ball handler, have a lot of different guys who can do different things. Well, they've got 3 combo guards who are 6'4". Jordan Poole, Malcolm Brogdon, and Bub Carrington. Oh my gosh, they have a roster designed now to play the way that they want to play, and it's going to keep teams guessing. And if Alex Sarr can figure out how he can attack off the dribble early on in his career. I think defense is going to be the way that he finds his impact early on. But once he gets more comfortable, more confident offensively, then he can be a threat to do that too. And the way Will Dawkins has described it is organized chaos, where you're a defender and you're just constantly guessing because you don't know whether it's going to be the point guard, a wing, the center. They can all shoot, they can all dribble, they can all attack the rim. How are you supposed to guard that?